That's better. Sound test. Oh, God. Second test. Sound test. Oh, bugger. Right. So hello to Gerald, and thank you very much for tuning in. I remember when you made the Titan version of the rocket. Yes, I remember that engine as well. That was definitely an engine I made. Right, one moment. I need to go close the curtain because that is obnoxious. That's better. That got taken apart years ago. That's long gone. Right. So, just before we kick in fully, another quick sound test. Oh, piss. How do I deactivate the microphone on this thing? I do not have much of a choice with that. Okay, right, very well, so be it. So my apologies for the terrible audio, because the microphone was not plugged in, and I'm now having to use the microphone on the webcam instead, which is, as you can hear, absolutely terrible. I do apologise, but we're going to have to carry on from there. I've had to restart the stream once already, so a second one we can't really do. God damn it, it's been 4 months. 4 whole months since I last ever live stream, and so much has happened. Oh, there's so much to talk about tonight. There is so much to talk about tonight. Oh, yes. So let's give it a moment for a couple more people to come on in. If you are here, say hello in the chat. It'll be good to see you all again. Oh. So different. Look at the background as well. It's all different. It's all new. Oh, a new era really has begun. I'll try and do something again. Pardon me. Right, get rid of that one. Right, yes. So this is the first live stream. Actually, no, the second live stream? This is the second or the third for this year? It's the third. Oh, damn. We're 3 in already. And we're only 5 months of the way through the year. Great. Right, let me try something. Right, yes, let's just carry on from here. seeing as we got a bit of time. So open windows, not doing anything. So yes, hello everyone. How are we doing? Hello to Gerald once again. Thanks again for tuning in. Very good to see you. It has been a long time since I last did a live stream. It is a bit of a shame, really, because well, it would have been nice to keep doing them because I had great ambitions to keep the streams going every week. But yeah, things did not go well. Things were not good. I don't mind talking about the issue at hand because that is something I would like to discuss and get out there. But yes, we shall give it a bit more time for some more people to show up. Hopefully more people do. Because we started late, we are going to hang around a little after 8 o'clock when the stream is supposed to end. I was a bit worried for a moment because open window might actually get annoying. But yes, had some Wi-Fi issues to get the first stream set up. Thankfully, this one's going without any hitches. I nearly shut down the tab. Oh, good Lord, don't do that. Otherwise, right. What do we start? Where do we actually start? Because there is so much to discuss. I used to have notes for this. Video production, I guess. What's going on with that? That's a point. I need to try and re-edit them. Let's just jump straight in then. So, let's start off with why I've been away for so long. That seems like a good start, if any. Oh, that's a quick idea. There we go. Let's get another post. Excellent. Right. Tonks, also known as Railway Alan. Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. Good to see you, Tonks. So, as we get more people into the stream, so hello everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's talk about why I was away for 4 months. So, as you can tell, all new background. It is a new home. As stated in the 5,000 subscriber special, I have moved into a new home. I now live with the girlfriend, and it is wonderful. It has been a long time no see. It really has. 4 months since my last live stream. So here's what happened. To put it simply, without going into too much detail, because there are some things I need to stay personal, but this is the only major personal event I'm willing to share. So what basically happened is things at home got very tense. Things at home, well, my former home with my parents, it was a case of butting heads. It was a case of, how do I even put this? It got very bad very quickly. It was coming to a boiling point, and despite how difficult things were in order to try and find a place of my own, trying to find a new career, this, that, and the other, but how tricky and difficult it is out there in the world, things came to a boiling point, but luckily for me, I had somewhere I could go. So with everything aligned as it was, it became tricky to want to do anything for the channel because your home environment really does affect your mental state. It really does. Dark, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see you. It is going very well. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to talk to you again. Tonks, I will answer your question in just a moment. So, yes, in regards to how things have been, it's okay now. We are all in a good space now. The 1st of April was when I officially moved into this new place, and over the course of the last 7 weeks, we have been doing as much as we can to get this place livable, to make it so we can actually settle and be happy and do stuff every day. Everything is okay though. It's just really sad that certain things went the way that they did. And as hard as this might sound, some free advice: keep toxic people out of your life, even if they are your parents. Hopefully you grow up to not hear that or have that in your life, but some people aren't so lucky. But yes, simply put, the channel was put on hold despite all my excitement and desire to want to make videos, because I was just in the worst state I've ever been in my life. But all things considered, that was not a bad space compared to what other people have gone through. It was a good kind of bad, I guess. That's the good way to put it. UP Fan 4014, thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing? It's so good to see you again. Tonks, thank you very much for your sympathies. That's very nice of you. But to answer your question, any trains that survived the move? They all survived the move. All three of them. So, yeah, all I've got left is the Coronation, the rocket setup, and all my LUKR member wagons with Smokey Joe. But there's a thing to say to that, and it's something that everybody's going to hate. So, yeah. So my next LEGO show is going to be at Brick Express, which is the 31st of May and the 1st of June. There's two bad things about it. First of all, it's on June 1st, where a bunch of new LEGO sets come out. I want to get the new LEGO sets first thing, but I can't because I've got commitments to a show. It's alright. I could just go the next day after work. I've got loads of time. I'm going to get them all. It's going to be okay. What's really annoying is the fact that the Red Baby Spaceman Gifford purchase is out now, not June 1st. That would have been way better. Alas, we can't have everything we want in life. So, yeah, that's one bad thing. The second bad thing is something I will get to in just a moment. So UP Fan says, I'm doing alright, I suppose. I'm wondering when I should rebuild my Challenger into a big boy. It will be your third 4000 class. Maybe don't. If you've already got two big boys, keep a Challenger. You've got that diversity. Why not? Nothing wrong with keeping things as they are. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But then again, if you want three big boys, you've got three big boys. But yeah, personally, I keep the Challenger. So yes, the second bad thing when it comes to Brick Express, as we were, this is the stinger. I have decided with myself that this Brick Express, this LEGO event, will be the last time I ever display LEGO trains. For the foreseeable future. It's not outright, but I know I don't want to do anything with the railway anymore. I have, as I made in the post a while back, I have fallen out of love with LEGO trains. I've been selling off my collection. All the 9-volt stuff I had is all gone. A lot of extra parts are all gone. I'm still downsizing my LEGO collection as a whole, which has helped really well, because that means I can afford LEGO sets I really want, as well as making the space available to be able to hold them. But in terms of railways, the Blue Goose got scrapped a couple of months ago. The Miracle Express got scrapped basically straight after the March. The model railway show at the start of March. That was gone basically straight away. What else is really? I mean, the only thing that's left is, again, the rocket. I've got all the sets. I've got the layouts, which I took to the model railway shows, which will be taken to Brick Express because it's something new. But after that show, that layout is going as well. I'm going to scrap it down for the parts and try and sell on as many parts as I can, because it's just something I don't want anymore. It's a real shame. But with all things considered, in terms of my personal desires, what I want to make, the available space as well, the layout is something I can't do that anymore. It's a real bummer. Is there something covering the lens? Sorry, give me one sec. Oh my god, there's a cover on the lens. Right, hang on, give me 1 second. I was just about to say why it's so blurry. This is going to look very awkward. That looks so different. That looks so different. Oh, that's better. Oh, that is way better. Oh my god, I was going to say, I thought it looked a bit foggy. My god. Yeah, okay, where are we? Yeah, so, are you doing Smith movies? Not necessarily. I still have this year's club member wagon I need to make, which I'll make it when I make it. I'll try and make it before Brick Express because that'll be a good thing to have as well. I'm not retiring from Lego Trains, I'm just putting it on hold because so much layout stuff I have basically gotten rid of. I'm going all the way down. I would much rather now just have the stock and a loop of track. I don't care for having a layout anymore. I really don't. I've still got the Super Train Station. That's in a box next to me, but that's going to go as well. I've wanted to scrap that since the second model railway show I did. Speaking of which, I found the plinths for recently. So when you do a Lego show, you get a 1x8 printed brick. When you take part in a model railway show, you get a plaque. Pretty cool. So yeah, this was for the second one where I took the big station, and this was the first one I did where I took the new layout. Might I still see you at Members Weekend? Not this year. I have to admit, I don't see a reason for me to go. I've only got 2 trains I can technically 3 trains I can actively run. I don't have my own layout. There's nothing else I could really do during the weekend. And forking out a couple of hundred for a hotel, it's not what I want to do. It's sad because I loved it last year. It was so good to go, and I was really excited to go again this year. You know, with the new layout, let's build it how I want to. It just, yeah. It all just completely dissipated, which is a real shame. It's, again, a case of I'm not leaving Lego Trains permanently. I'm cracking down on it because I don't want it at the moment. The car themed city and this new layout with the rogue vehicles has, I've said this loads of times, it has unlocked a creative spell that I've really wanted that the trains have kept hidden away. It's really frustrating to want to build a locomotive of a particular design when you have to get it in this one shape. With the near 100 cars I've made, they're all unique. They all have their own freelance design, but they all look realistic in their own way. The trains, I've made custom design trains before, and granted that was when I was much simpler with my build techniques. If I tried to make a locomotive today, freelance in design, no doubt it would turn out good, but I don't know, I really don't know. I still have that desire to make a specific model of Henry, which one day, when I get back into Lego Trains, that's going to be first on the list. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you get it because I can only say that. You alright? Mm-hmm. Good. Oh. Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. Can I help?
Mm-hmm. Very good. That was the girlfriend. So yes, this is one awkward thing that's going to happen when we do these live streams every Sunday. So that's a point as well, back to it every Sunday, because that was the best time slot in the week when I did live streams, because the most amount of people were available at that time. And Thursdays were good for previous arrangements, but this is a lot better now. And But yeah, I think the Sunday evenings are ultimately the best. So being able to return to this is a good thing. I've gone back 1 hour. I used to start at 8 p.m. UK time. Now I started the stream at 7 p.m. to grant more people time to tune in. I don't know how different that will really behave for people in different time zones. But we've had quite a few people say hello and tune in anyways, which is good. But yeah, this is going to be the only other new awkward thing where occasionally I might suddenly stop. You'll see me look this way to another human in the room. Speaking of differences, no more Lucasade. I'm drinking Vimto. No more fizzy. Just gold squash. I have been drinking so much less. Oh, so much less? Much fewer bottles of Lucasade. Let's go with that one. I'm drinking a lot less Lucasade, and I feel so much better. I can feel my stomach actually feeling happy and settled and relaxed compared to how agitated it always was when I was drinking Lucasade. So yeah, that's another good thing. No more diesel fuel. We got good old Vimto. Oh, we are nearly halfway through. Well, technically, we're not halfway through the stream. We started late. Yeah, we're going to be going on a little bit after 8 o'clock because I started this live stream a bit late. So about 8:15, I think I'll call it. So we've got plenty of time. So thank you everyone so much once again for tuning in. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask them. You know what? That's a reminder. Speaking of Sundays, I have basically got a new tradition ever since I started driving. It was about this time last year, in fact, about a year ago, where I went to my very first car boot sale. And about 40 out of the 52 weeks in the year, I will go to a car boot sale on Sunday. They are so much fun. They are wicked cool. You can really find some cool stuff at car boot. So I go there as someone who sells. Myself and my girlfriend have been going through all our stuff. We have been downsizing our collections, going through what's worth keeping, what we see as junk items, essentially. And yeah, we made a good chunk of change selling off all our stuff. It's really fun. And I've got a couple of stories from today's events, if you'd like. Pardon me. I'm going to tell you anyway, because these are really funny. So yes, again, I'm trying to go every week. Obviously, if there's a Lego show going on the Sunday, then obviously I can't make it. Sometimes when I go, I will go as someone who will probably buy a couple of things. But 9 times out of 10, when I go to these car boots, I'm selling, which was the case for today. So I will usually wake up at 4:30, get myself all sorted and ready, have a McDonald's breakfast because sod cooking breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll shower, but I won't have breakfast at 5 in the morning. There's a difference. There's a limit. So this morning in particular, we had to wake up a little bit later. So we woke up at 6:30 because the girlfriend has work today. So I get off to work and we go to McDonald's for breakfast. It's 7 o'clock. We eat. She's a 2-minute walk away from her work anyway, so she's fine. I get in the car and haul ass to Cheddar. So I go to Cheddar for my car boot sales. That's where I go selling. So what we do is when you arrive, there's a bit of an entranceway to go into a field because I think it's either onto or next to a farm, but there's a big old field of which we go onto, and it's lovely space, lovely huge space. And because I was late on this one, I got shoved near thankfully there was a space for me, but I was shoved near the back corner on like a gravelly section. I was right next to the exit, which was good because that meant I didn't have to potentially run anybody over when I was going to the exit. It's so annoying because it's a car boot sale. There's people flooded everywhere, but when you're trying to get out, your car's going 2 miles an hour. You got people in front of you. They'll just walk in front of you. You never mind the fact you're trying to get out, but they will walk in front of the car because who cares? Yeah. Anyways, this morning I was really worried because I thought I'm showing up late. I'm in the back corner. I really don't know if it's going to be good. But this was one of the best ones I've ever had when it comes to selling, which is excellent. There was a guy opposite me who had a like a pickup truck, I think it was. It wasn't either a van or a pickup truck, and a horse trailer. And he was basically sat on the. It must have been a pickup truck, yeah, because he was sat on the back of the pickup. They're saying, pick what you want and choose your own price for it. And he always had a crowd. I mean, how do you compete with that? But I suppose he was having a house clear out, so he could get away with choosing those kind of prices, or even saying that to begin with. There's a guy, so that's the guy in front of me. The guy next to me, another guy with a pickup truck, some large items. I can overhear him saying, "That's 20 quid, that's 40 quid, this, that, and the other sort of large items." So, he's got his own business, he's doing his own thing. 9:30 rolls around, and I hear him very loudly say, "Right, sod it, I'm bored, I'm going home." He's got a few items left, a few big items, put them on his pickup. I could, through, just looking over, like glancing over, I can see that he's packing up. And, yeah, this is where things got weird. So there were two items he didn't pack up. Like it wasn't an amp, it was a music electronic item that was shaped like an amp. There was no speakers, I can't remember what it was. Pardon me again. And there was a walker, like an elderly person, like a walker, the one that has a seat on it as well. So one of each. He walks up to me and he goes, "Can I leave those two with you? I need to go." He probably said one or two other things, but I thought he meant that he was going to have a walk around and look at things himself. No, he just got straight in his truck and buggered off. So there's these two other items that he has sold. He's got his money for it. So two people need to come back and collect these, but he's just dumped them in front of my car. So all of a sudden I've got other people's items. I'm thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? I have no idea who bought them, so I don't know who I'm looking for when they arrive. And I don't know when they're going to arrive, if they even come back. I'm not going to take them home with me either. If nobody comes to collect them, I don't have the space to put them in my... Where are they going to go? I can't have someone like that in here. So I'm having a really good day and selling a lot of stuff. And a couple of people point to the two items in front of the car and say, "I'm sorry, but they're technically not mine. Someone who was here earlier sold them, but he's decided to dump them here so we could just go home." There was an I say an old lady. I think she was in her sort of late 50s. She came over to my store a couple of times, just pointing and thinking about it. But 10:30 rolls around, and a guy in a van shows up and says, "This is my thing I bought earlier from the truck." I said, "Okay, cool, that's yours, and go for it." I can only take his word for it because I didn't know if that was him who bought it, but given the circumstance, I was willing to believe. It's like, yeah, okay, that's yours, put it in your truck, good to go. All right, one item down. I am in a frenzy with selling all this stuff. There's the guy in front of me who said, pick what you want and pick your own price. About 9:30, around the same time, decides everything is free. So I'm thinking, okay, I definitely can't compete with that. That is really stupid. But again, I really think he must have had a clear out from his house, or he inherited a bunch of stuff and had to get rid of it. I really don't know. But he's got big crowds of people. So people are going through his stuff. They walk straight past, and now they're in front of my store. So I'm there saying, everything's this, that, and the other as well. I'm trying to take advantage of all the crowds in front of me, so I've been able to make some money as well. That's really cool. And a couple more people ask about the straw. I say I can't because it's not mine. Gets to 11:10, I think, okay, this is late enough. I've only got a few straggler bits left. That'll do for the day. I pack up. I do a couple of rounds. There's always someone selling Lego. There was someone who had a Speed Champion set and a small Creator car set and wanted 25 or 30 pounds for both of them. I thought, you can't ask retail price at a car boot sale. I mean, technically you can, but it's very, very rare that someone's going to be willing to pay that. I mean, that's the game. I mean, they were sealed sets. The boxes were kind of battered, but it wasn't anything. The Speed Champion set was the Lotus, the dark green Lotus. Lovely car, lovely set, but I don't really have any desires to build in dark green at the moment. But yeah, I was going through and had a look at other people's stuff. You get tempted. Some people you can tell with the massive IKEA bags who are resellers. the ice cream van's at the back corner. I go back to my car. It's about 11:30, and this same 50-something-year-old woman comes up to me one more time. She's with her daughter, who's in her 30s, and with a granddaughter, who's like 4 or 5, maybe. So she says to me, like, I'm all packed up, my table, there's no space around me as well. By the time I came back, Mr. Man with the truck and the horse trailer, he's gone. So there's a big open space around where my car is. But the lady says to me, what do we do with this? I said to her, like I said earlier, that's not mine. Evidently, the person who paid for it hasn't come to claim it. So if you want it, I'm not going to stop you. So as soon as I finish that sentence, and she's gone. Like, yeah, all right, cool, it's mine. I mean, it's going to someone who evidently needs it, but that's a problem. Come on, somebody paid for that. But if you're paying for it, keep it with you, right? I mean, I've got no moral or otherwise legal obligation to look after someone else's paid for item. It's a car boot sale as well. It's all outside. What's your proof of purchase? The guy you sold it to has buggered off 2 hours ago. I don't know. It was a bit baffling, really. But yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I'm not going to stop them. It's someone else's stuff who they sold it, but the company has to wait around for the person to come back. Yeah, fair game, I guess. There's always a story like this when I go car booting. Is there anything else that really happened at the car boots? I'm going to try and quickly think of any stories. I don't think there was anything else that was too exciting. I don't know. Nothing else too exciting happened recently either. You do get every now and then. It hasn't been that obvious in the recent weeks that I've gone to this particular one at least. But of course, you see the stories, and of course, all the stock of stuff that is very clearly nicked. Obviously, there's loads of stories online you see in the news of people that have taken loads of power tools and they are reselling them. They're all brand new, costing like £600 brand new, and they're saying, oh yeah, it's only £100, basically unused. And I mean, I've personally never seen that with the one I've gone to, but the closest thing that I've seen is there's a van that is always in the same space. It's like that's their space that they prepay for or some rubbish like that. Pardon me. And there's always lost Amazon parcels. Every box is the same size. I don't know if there was any address labels on any of them, but I guess that's excitement of, oh, it's a lost parcel. What could it be? It's like the ultimate mystery box, because it being described as a lost parcel is way more exciting, I guess. But at the same time, is it though? I mean, they're not all the same size, but they all, if you put two next to each other, you think it's shifty. There's definitely some shifty ones out there. Okay, so catching up with the chat, UP fan says, actually, I think we're going to turn the Challenger into a big boy, since that's the only big logo I will have. And I have no other big boy locos at the moment, and it would be better to fit the era of my layout. Ah, okay. So you've built two other big boys in the past, but they're now scrapped. That's what you're going with. Okay. It's probably going to be in the summer, though. What was your summer comment about? I don't know. There's probably in response to something I said earlier. Yeah, so that's today's adventure of Luke going car booting. I don't think I'd ever do a car boot vlog. I couldn't do that. That's just too. You can't do it subtly. There's obviously people that do resell and film themselves, but they got the harness with the GoPro. It's all kind of on purpose. You have to be arrogant enough. I suppose arrogant is the right word to just film. If someone says, "I don't want to be on film," then you got to edit them out somehow. I don't know. It's going to be tricky to want to do that. I mean, again, it's not something I really could film. But watching those videos, there's a guy I used to watch. I think it was like Johnny Dodger. Let me try and find it. Hang on. So there was one guy, Jammy Dodger Flip. Yeah, that was it. Jammy Dodger Flips was the channel. I might watch some more of his videos tonight because these were pretty fun to watch. I like his banner. Yeah. So that's one thing out of the way. Let's talk about videos and videos coming to the channel and uploads and edits because this is very exciting now. Oof. Pardon me. So yes, I am back into the swing of things. Last week, with all the time off work I had, I decided to go all in and do some filming. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be 8. I mean, I don't know. I'm counting the boxes. I've got the actual video files here. But yes, where is my video editor? There we go. So on Friday, I released a new video about the remade Brick Street Customs Garage. That is almost on 400 views. I am so happy to see it perform that well because there are lots of people who really don't like the fact I'm transitioning out of Lego trains, but evidently the audience is there for the car-themed models, and I'm so happy and thankful to see that. That is wonderful to hear, and I'm really hoping the next dozen videos that come out will maybe not perform as well. That'd be exciting if it does, but still perform well all the same. So with an audience of over 5,000 subscribers now, hopefully these videos will get some good reception. So the next video coming out will be on Tuesday, and then the next video will be Friday, and so forth. The original plan was going to be every Friday, but I'm an impatient sod, and I know a lot of people are impatient as well. So Friday video, Tuesday video, Sunday live stream, Friday, Tuesday, Sunday. I got that wrong way round. Tuesday video, Friday video, Sunday live stream. That's the order. So we're getting 3 pieces of content every week. The next video is going to be one that I have wanted to make for months. I have purposefully made sure that this is the next video. Like the first one I uploaded on Friday, it had to be that video that came out next. But to make sure that's without the way, the next video that's coming out on Tuesday, it's this one. And I reckon this is going to be popular because this is probably one of the best videos I've ever made. The music I've added was really good. I think the editing is, as simple as it is, I think some of the best I've done for any of the videos I've made. The models in question, this is a showcase video, I reckon is going to be really exciting to talk about. But yeah, that's going to be really cool to see. So the next, let's say we got that one. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more videos edited and ready to go straight away on the diorama pieces I've made for my new card-based city. You can see some of them straight away in the vlog I did for a Lego show I did a few weeks ago. That was a really fun event. Actually, it was only 1 week ago. 2 shows so close to each other. That's really exciting. But yes, so much more has been filmed, and there's so much more to be filmed and edited. So I got 3 more videos I still need to edit, but I've got plenty of time to relax and get them done. I am still building more car models. I am still working on more dioramas. I've actually got the next one here to my left. There's a that's for the box. Sorry, quick distraction. So yes, the next diorama I've made is to my left. I can't actually show you what it is because it's all condensedly packed. I need to make the box for it, but I can tell you that this is a toll booth. So one plan I had was to have, 2 separate things I should say, which got merged into this one diorama piece. I wanted to make a toll booth, which is something to go on the very edge of my city. Where's the paperwork? Here we go. This much I can show you. So I don't know how well you can see this. That way, there we go. So this is my Mark 1 plan with all the dioramas I have made for my city. This is 13 by 5 base plates, wide and deep, respectively. It features 8 of the diorama pieces I've made. So, number 9 is the toll booth. But the initial plan was quite different. So, it was going to be hang on this side. So it's a 1 by 5 base plate space, again, to go on, I forget to back up. So it would essentially live along the edge, along here. It doesn't necessarily matter which end, because it's just an end piece. Depends on what dioramas I add to it to make the scene different from the show. But again, you get the point. Oh, I need to get some curtains. That's in the Lego. I hate that. Yes, so third time's the charm. I swear I've got ADHD. Anyways, toll booth. That was going to be one thing, and I liked the idea of a separate, or at least what was going to be a separate module / diorama of a "Welcome to Motoropolis" sort of sign, but it would break away in the middle. So I don't know if it would be meshed in or if it would be like, I can't make that shape with my fingers. Something like that, where a car ramp will be behind it. I always pictured the car ramp to be on a skip. I don't know why it was always a skip, but like 2 planks of wood or maybe a dedicated ramp, but something will be built for a car to jump up the ramp and smash through the sign. I've been able to add that particular idea onto the toll booth. So again, the toll booth is a 1 by 5 base plate space, toll booth in the middle, something to cut off the very edge of the board. And in this corner, well, one corner is empty, but the other corner, I have made 3 containers using some new container-shaped pieces. That's on the Bristol Lego Store's Pick-a-Brick wall. Very simple in design, but it accomplishes what I want. So a small stack of them with a ramp set on one of them to act as that ramp for certain cars to escape the city, I guess. I don't really know, but the storytelling element is there, and I can use that for future videos if I so choose. That was a really fun one. Where's my list? Let's talk about the other ones I got as well. So that's been made. I need to finalize 1 or 2 details on that thing before I actually make the box. Schedule, that's the one I want. So there were 3 others I was going to make. Oh, no, there was more than 3. Okay, so the toll booth that's been made. Something that's coming out on June 1st is a police-themed garage set. I'm absolutely buying one of them and turning that into a new diorama to go with the city because it fits perfectly. That's going to be a thing. There's also a new tow truck set coming out. More expensive than I thought it was going to be, but I'm absolutely getting one of them to make a tow truck office of some kind. I've made a scrapyard, and I love the idea of the tow truck office being basically part of the scrapyard. It makes sense to keep them together. There's no real point of having them separate. It's going to be interesting to see how well the colors kind of merge, given how I've made the scrapyard and how I want to make the building for the tow trucks. That's something to figure out when we get there, but that's going to be made. So we got the toll booth, police garage, tow truck office, a taxi hub, which is something I've wanted for quite a while, thanks to watching a bunch of videos on Vice City, one of the best Grand Theft Auto games ever. The side quests that you can do for Kaufman cabs, that's how that got inspired. I'm going to make a normal taxi, I'm going to make a hot rod taxi to go with that, which is going to be very fun to do. I'm also going to be making a outdoor drive-in theater. So the toll booth is going to be on one end of the city. I like the idea of the drive-in theater being on the other side. I will have to figure out how I'm going to make that, because I know I can make one really well, really easily. That's besides the point. But the fact I specifically want it to be an end piece, that's going to be the challenge. I've got 5 base plates of either width or depth to play with. I don't know quite, again, how I'm going to really do this. But I've got plenty of ideas. I've seen plenty of inspiration online. So it's going to be one of the more fun ones I'm going to be making. So that's 5. And the last one is going to be a rich man's mansion. So one of the characters I'm going to be making for Street Racer Season 3 is a character called Richie Marcus, one of the main antagonists. And these are the... Can I just grab one? There we go. So I've got 2 of these, which I purchased for the sole purpose of making into one larger mansion. The modern style mansion house I really want to make. I'm going to be making this with a car garage as well. This is likely going to be one of the biggest building pieces I've ever made. It's going to be very fun though. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be exciting to make. But that's actually been on the list for ages. I've known this is one I wanted to make for quite a while. And yeah, this is one of those ones where it's on the list and I want to make it, but the inspiration just hasn't hit me yet. So many other ideas have come to my mind that have been put above this particular one, which is quite annoying, but I know that's going to get made. It's just taking its time. I never thought I'd have a backlog, but I've got a backlog. That's interesting. Update. The big boy I'll probably be making will either be Union Pacific, 410 or 4014. What's the differences between 10 and 40? Let's do that right now. So, big boy locomotive 4010. Is there any visual difference between 10 and 14? I'd imagine one of them had smoke deflectors. No major visual difference. Okay. But yeah, I mean, different number to the one that's been preserved. Makes it a bit more interesting straight away. One of them was in service longer, I'm pretty sure. What's the one that's preserved? 4014 is the one that's preserved, isn't it? So in terms of active service, yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them is got the title for being longer, because the one that's preserved, that's preservation. That's technically different. I'm pretty sure UP still have the big boy for emergencies, because the massive freight trains where they have 4 diesels at the front and 4 diesels at the back. I remember seeing a story where that sort of consist broke down. The big boy managed to get in the middle somehow and pushed and pulled both trains, or like 2 really long trains, as well as the diesels, with ease. That's wicked. That is just absolutely wicked. Go. 4014 is running preserved. I believe it retired at 61, where 4010 was retired at 62. Oh, okay. So it's got it by a year. Fair enough. How is everyone else doing, by the way? It is so good to see everyone here. This live stream has been way better than I anticipated. I was very worried this would be a dead stream because it's been 4 months since the last one. But as we are in a much better space, I am pretty sure that live streams will be back to being a weekly occurrence. That'll be good. But nice to see everyone again. It's so good to have everyone in the chat again, to be able to talk. So good to see everyone. It's been absolutely wonderful. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This really does mean so much. It really does. We've still got about 20 minutes. Like I said earlier, we're going to be sticking around until after 8 o'clock for the sake of making up for lost time. I could showcase a model. I have a new model in the works. There was a lot of new models revealed in the vlog I did for the LEGO show I did last weekend, which I was a bit hesitant to really do, but it's all new stuff, so I'm pretty sure people will be excited to see them anyways. And of course, I've got the Street Racer series still to do, which is where the models will get proper showcases anyways. But Street Racer series is frustratingly on the furthest back burner possible. I have a bigger desire to get all of these videos that I want to do straight away done first. Then I can focus on Street Racers Season 3. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. But at the same time, it's okay, because I've got loads of models to go. I mean, Season 1 and 2 had 30 models per season. I was able to make 30 new ones pretty quickly for Season 3. And I'm probably technically halfway through Season 4 with all the other models I've made so far. I am tempted to try and make Season 3 and 4 back to back. I don't know how good that's going to be. It's going to be very exhausting. I think the best thing to do would be for me to make Season 3 first. Let that happen. And once I've got all those videos finalized and edited, then I'll film Season 4. That might be the best way to go about it. It's been so long. When was Season 2? Oh my god, I didn't have to scroll down far. It was July of last year. So it will be over a year before we see Season 3, which is such a shame because they were so much fun to make. The cars got really good views. There were so many models that got hundreds upon hundreds. One in particular, the character of Hector, which was frankly one of the worst car mocks I've made for the series, that's got over 600 views now. That's one of the best. I think that is the best performing episode of Street Racers. It's really fascinating to see. Because I look back at some of these models, I think, yeah, some of these were good, some of these were alright. And the one that happens to get the best viewership in the entire series so far is what I would call one of my worst models. It has been interesting to also recognize that that particular model was built using dark red and light. Is it light azure? No, medium azure, because dark azure is the other. So yeah, dark red and medium azure, because that particular shade of blue comes from the Speed Champions Jaguar race pack set. So I've been able to rebuild proper models with those colors, and seeing that particular old one, where that was literally all the pieces I had to be able to make that kind of decent car. God, it shows how far you can really come. That's pretty good. Oh man. So let's have a look at the newest one, shall we? Why not? We don't have that much light. Let's go change that. You know, I was going to say, we don't have that much light. We do. We have light switches. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got a spinny chair as well. That's another thing. I've got a spinny chair now. So the folding office chair that I used previously is, somewhere over there. I'm trying to sell it off now. But yes, I've got a much more comfortable. I think it's technically still an office chair, but this is so much better. It's so much more comfy. It really is. I'm not having to hunch over in some weird angle because the other chair was really rubbish for that. This is good. This is comfy. I love it. So this is mock number 72,000 because I'm going to be making these until the end of time at this rate. This is what we're working with. So I recently bought another City burger truck set. I'm going to be using the burger as part of the, what's it called, the drive-in theater diorama. Pardon me. But I also used it as a parts kit for this particular model. This took a bit of time to figure out, and it is obviously still a work in progress. The back is not done. But we're getting there. This is definitely one of the more vicious looking car models I've made. But I know that is going to be one of the more serious ones as well. This is annoying me. I need to actually do this right now because I'm not settled with something. So why is that? Is that just because that's not pushed down all the way? Is that piece just wonky? Why is it? You can very, well, you can't really see it. But basically, this spoiler piece is not sitting flush with the tile in front of it. Why is it not doing that? Why is it not behaving? Why are you being a pain in the ass? Alright, need to do some live workshop maintenance because this is going to bug me otherwise. Okay, that will do. Going to get some different plate pieces to figure that out. Let me get some proper 2x3s, more stud connection points. Let me take all the spoilers off to begin with because now we got more access. So print screen. Yes, I'm going to make the interior red. That's the plan. So right, windscreen's on. This goes behind it. So we got that back as it was. Those side pieces keep wanting to fall off because of the big bracket piece I'm using. That's convenient. So that should go there. There we go, that's better. So yeah, proper plate is now being used. Now it's not terrible. And these spoiler pieces are quite scratched. Didn't realize they were that dirty. Oh, that's annoying in of itself. Oh well. There we go. That is more like it. That is the effect I'm going for. You can barely see. Oh, can I hang on. Got an idea. There we go. Now you can see it. That is not bad if I do say so myself. Cool. That's one less thing to worry about. I've just got to figure out the rest of the back end and get the spoiler made. I also need to figure out how I want to do the lights because I can't have them that chunky. Yeah, that's work. I'll take them off now so I can focus on that in about 10 minutes. Oh, that's a thing I want to show off as well. I have been loving Bricklink more than ever recently because, as I've been doing with some of my models, I am experimenting with sticker sheets. Oh yes. So I've got 3 of these, some green, lime green flames on an orange background. So one of my upcoming cars has to be lime green and orange now, which I've technically already done, but I don't know if I can really incorporate these particular. No, because there's a black border on it. It doesn't really work. Okay, never mind. Ignore that idea. There's some special ones I've got in particular. Some World Racers sticker sheets, completely new, absolutely lovely and looked after. Really looking forward to using these for a model. I was going to use these on the car model I showed you earlier. Sadly, it hasn't quite worked. Oh, that's just another one. It's a shame that some of these stickers have numbers on them. Otherwise, I might have tried them as well. But yeah, I mean, these are really good looking sticker sheets. I was able to get a Speed Racer sticker sheet too. The headlights for Racer X, that one. I very almost used these headlight stickers too, because I was able to talk myself out of it, so to say. There's more in here, but I don't want to have to show them all off because I'd rather try and put them to use. I am tempted to build in teal for my next model because I've got these to play with now. So this one is from the it was from the New Year's release last year, from the race car and the carrier set. Absolutely love that set. And this is from the Tuner Garage set that came out 2 years ago. So I still got these dragon stickers to use. Again, these are all for a teal background. So that is next on the list. Should be able to put this to good use. All of my stickers are safe and plastic white. Life is good. Oh yes. Okay, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see you once again. Hi internet peoples, I'm tuning in from here and I'll be waiting like 5 years when it goes back to trains. I'm not going to be dropping trains altogether. When new train sets come out, I will be talking about them. Like I did at the start of the month, I will be talking about more train-related items that come out in the future. The Arctic train set looks incredible. That video almost has 1,000 views, so thank you ever so much for watching that video because that has boosted a lot of confidence when it comes to making that particular type of video. Discussion style videos was something I never really did in the past, only on select few topics, but going forward for some particular set releases, again, car sets and train sets really is all I'm going to be talking about unless something massive happens in the LEGO space. It's good to do discussion videos because it was nice to just talk about something instead of having to shove something in front of the camera and do a bunch of editing. Well, I still have to do some editing for the discussion video, but this is also a different flavor, which I'm really enjoying. How's the new Bachelor pad? It is excellent. It is so much better than the previous place. So much more homely. It's a smaller space, but it's infinitely more of a home than the previous place I had. It's good. Right, I'm going to be ending the stream in a few minutes. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. I absolutely love the Q&A sections of these live streams because it's nice to just do a little. Why not? Q&As are fun. I need more drink. I want more drink. Oh. I'm trying to think now. What's a good color that could work with teal? Or dark turquoise, as some people call it. So I'm going to be using these for my next. I want to use these all for my next model. I don't know how well it's going to go, but I'm going to try. I don't want to use black because I've done teal and black. Kind of. I definitely don't want to do teal and white because I've done that a few. I think all the teal models I've made, especially recently, all have white incorporated in them. One of them has some red in it, which is a great model. I might put it on hold, actually. I need to use the other sticker, though. Have I seen the 80th anniversary? Did you watch Thomas and Friends for the 80th anniversary? I saw the pilots, if that's what you mean. I did watch the Down the Mine pilot. Wow, that was such a good video. That was such a good episode. There are some elements in that make it better than the actual episode. The model prop for Gordon, I actually quite like. It makes sense why they remade him, but this pilot's version of Gordon's model looks identical to the early illustrations, where the pilot wheels are so squished together, the cylinder is such a way his face, just the overall shape, it's so Gordon. I love it. It's so good. My favorite part of that particular pilot episode was the scene where the mine actually kind of collapses down. That physical effect, I mean, you're going to do it digitally back in 1983. That physical effects, I should say, of all that kind of sand just being put. I can think about how they did it. Setting up the track on I can imagine that there's like either a level or a bag, and they had all this loose sand and gravel on top, so they just move the layer, so like a board with like a hole in it. So they pull that board back, revealing the hole, and that, as the hole gets revealed, causes the sand and gravel to sink down, but leaves the track level. That's how I think they did it. That's the only way I can think of doing it. But it was so good. It was so good. But there were definitely some elements that made you remember, oh yeah, this was made in 1983. Like when Thomas is in the mine and you can see the shadow of someone holding like a silhouette cutout of the Fat Controller, and then it cuts to the Fat Controller figure. Yeah, it's... It was good, but definitely of its time. Got to love practical effects in film and TV. You've really got to love it. It's like they gave him the buffer beam of an Eleanor A4. I can kind of see it. It's the way they kind of swoops down as well to create that shape. But again, it looks so much like the illustration specifically. That's why I love it so much. That was good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 8:15. And I have agreed to end the stream here. We've gone over to make up for the fact that we started late. And it is now time to go. So good to be doing this live stream again. It is so good to have everyone back. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Gerald, Alan Tonks, Duck, UPFan4014, and of course RK. Thank you all guys so much for tuning in, leaving your comments, chatting with me during this live stream. I am back in the swing of things. A new era has dawned for the channel. We are now in the Raceway era. Videos are back in full swing. Live streams are back in full swing. And I have never been happier. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support me in a more personal way, consider joining me on Patreon. There is a link in the description down below. For just £3 a month, you can get exclusive perks. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday for the new video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.